judging by the way that match ended, I can't say that I'm surprised. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash. Welcome back to the channel. Tonight, I'm going to be giving you guys the results from WWE Survivor Series, which was actually the last pay-per-view for the main roster of 2021. Obviously, the last pay-per-view overall is NXT War Games, which I'm actually looking forward to the most, which is going to be incredible. But I'm gonna be real. After watching, if you guys watched the Survivor Series, the Survivor Series kickoff show on Peacock, big shout out to Peacock, of course. No copyrights here. You guys know how this works. If you guys want to see me on that panel, let your voices be heard. Let your voices be heard, because I could do a hell of a job on the kickoff show panel. Who knows? Maybe I might interview Roman Reigns or something. Maybe I might interview King Woods. Who knows? But if you guys want to see me on that panel, let your voice be heard. Go on social media, Twitter, Instagram, whatever social media you have. Tag WWE. Let them know what's up. I'm doing the exact same thing. I've been on social media for the last couple of years. Let them know what's up. So let your voices be heard. And with that being said, this brings me to the question of the day. What were your guys' thoughts on Survivor Series, on the card itself? Let me know in the comments below. Without any further ado, let's get straight into it, starting with the kickoff show, the aforementioned kickoff show, as the United States Champion Damian Priest went one-on-one with SmackDown's Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura with Rick Boogs in his corner. I'm going to be real, this was a very intriguing matchup because of the fact that we got to see two martial artists just go at it. Like, it was that good. It was that good. But unfortunately, it did not go so well for Rick Boogs or Shinsuke Nakamura, because at the end of the match, Rick Boogs just kept playing his guitar. Damian Priest got pissed off, hit Boogs, attacked Boogs, took the guitar, broke it, and then broke the head of the guitar on to Nakamura. Thus, Nakamura wins via disqualification, which begs the question, is Damian Priest heel? That's a very it's a very intriguing question that we'll find out tomorrow night on Raw. We will find out, but Nakamura wins via disqualification. Next up, to kick off the main card itself, we kicked it off with arguably one of the most heated rivalries in all of WWE. The Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch, the SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair. This actually goes all the way back to their days in NXT when they were best friends. Then they got brought up to the main roster together alongside Sasha Banks, and both Flair and Lynch, they teamed up with Paige to form Team PCB, which I believe the original name was the sorority. I believe it was the Submission Sorority Sisters, but they changed it to PCB for some weird reason. I don't know why. But that was the name back in the day. And then after Charlotte became the last ever Divas Champion in WWE, she turned on her best friend, and they became friends again after a couple of years. And now this. It came down to this. Honestly, this was a very incredible match. Back and forth, non-stop action. They literally took it through, they took this match damn near throughout the entire Barclays Center, which was incredible. But at the closing moments of the match, Charlotte Flair got caught using the ropes to pin Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch rolled up Charlotte Flair, and at the last second, grabbed onto the bottom rope and picked up the victory. Honestly, that was probably the smartest thing Becky did in that match. especially at the closing moments of the match, given the fact that Charlotte Flair tried, and it backfired on her. So, yeah, that was a hell of a match. Hell of a match between the two. But we then move on to the Men's Survivor Series. To the Men's Survivor Series elimination match, which Team Raw consisted of Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Bobby Lashley, and Austin Theory. SmackDown's team consisted of Drew McIntyre, Jeff Hardy, King Woods, Happy Corbin, and Sheamus. This was a very highly incredible match. So Kevin Owens, so the match starts with Kevin Owens wanting to start the match, and Kevin Owens walks out on Team Raw, and he gets himself eliminated. Thus, he became the first man to be eliminated. Then, after that, Baron Corbin gets eliminated, followed by King Woods with the courtesy of Bobby Lashley's Hurt Lock, and then Lashley and McIntyre got eliminated together via a double countout because they decided to beat the holy hell out of each other damn near throughout the entire Barclays Center. Then Finn Balor got eliminated, then Sheamus, then Austin Theory, and it came down to one-on-one Seth Rollins and Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy was about to hit Rollins with a Swanton Bomb, but unfortunately that did not work, as Seth Rollins hit Jeff Hardy with a stomp to be the sole survivor. And I believe this is the first time that Seth Rollins has ever become a sole survivor. I could be wrong on that, but if I am wrong, let me know in the comments. But I think I'm right on that one. But yeah, I mean, this was a very incredible match with the fact that King Woods didn't even tap. He did not tap out to the Hurt Lock. He just passed out. And crazy enough, it's just so weird that King Woods doesn't have his crown, nor does he have a scepter, but he was being interviewed by Ariel Helwani. Shoutouts to him, no copyrights, of course. He was being interviewed by Ariel, and he asked about the crown and scepter, and Woods said that he was getting a new one. He was gonna make a new crown, make a new scepter, and apparently a new throne from what I heard. But honestly, I can't wait to see what the new crown looks like, what the new scepter looks like. I think it's gonna look incredible. But this was an incredible match. Jeff Hardy, so close, but so very, 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 very far. That being said, we move on to the 25-man Battle Royal, the cross-branded Battle Royal, which featured superstars like the Street Profits, the Viking Raiders, Ricochet, Sami Zayn, Omos, AJ Styles. Who else can I think of? Let's see here. Angel Garza, Humberto Carrillo, the Alpha Academy, Mansoor, T-Bar, Shanky. I think Jinder Mahal was also in there as well. Who else? Commander Aziz, Apollo Crews. It was a pretty star-studded match. And at the closing moments of the match, it came down to the final 5. The Street Profits, Cesaro, Ricochet, and Omos. And Omos eliminated all 4 men, one by one. So Omos ended up winning the Battle Royal, and it was actually to honor The Rock's 25th anniversary. Because if you guys don't know, it was actually at this event, Survivor Series, 25 years ago, that The Rock actually debuted. But instead of it being inside Barclays Center, it was in Madison Square Garden, where he ended up becoming the sole survivor for his team, which was incredible. And that was when he became literally the man that we see now as the most electrifying man in all of entertainment. Movies, making millions upon millions of dollars. Incredible, absolutely insane. But shoutouts to Omos for picking up that victory for Team Raw, celebrating The Rock's 25th anniversary. Absolutely incredible. And speaking of history, Randy Orton has made history by not only breaking Kane's record with the most pay-per-view appearances with, I believe, 177, but tomorrow night, if he gets a match on Raw, he'll have broken that record as well, as RKBro went up against the Usos to see who was the superior tag team. I have to admit, this was a crazy matchup because of the fact that the Usos, I believe I mentioned it before. I think I mentioned this in my prediction video, where I said that even though the chemistry between Blood Brothers is imminent, one thing always remains the same, as the fact that there will be cracks in the team, arguments, disagreements and whatnot. This one was no different. At the closing, because this match was back and forth, and at the closing moments of the match, Jimmy Uso was about to hit Riddle with a splash, but little did he not realize Randy Orton tagged himself, and Jimmy Uso took an RKO to the face and pinned Jimmy Uso to win for his team known as RKBro, proving that RKBro are the superior tag team than the Usos, which was insane. But now the question remains, how is Roman going to respond this Friday on SmackDown? But that brings us to the women's Survivor Series elimination match, which consisted of Raw's team being the captain Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Carmella, and Queen Zelina, who bought into the delusion that she was the captain, which was odd. But funny enough, even though she's queen, Bianca Belair is a former SmackDown Women's Champion, so obviously Bianca is going to be captain. The SmackDown team consists of the captain, Sasha Banks, Shayna Baszler, Shotzi, Natalya, and Toni Storm. And this was probably by far one of the most unique Survivor Series matches I had ever seen, ever. Because even though Sasha Banks was able to somewhat coexist with Shayna, Shotzi, and Natty, she let Toni Storm start the match, and because of that, Carmella was the first one eliminated, which was insane. Then came Queen Zelina being eliminated, and then Toni Storm ended up getting eliminated herself, followed by Liv Morgan, then Rhea Ripley, and it came down to the final member of Team Raw being Bianca Belair. Sasha Banks gets eliminated via countout because of the fact that Shayna Baszler, Shotzi, and Natalya could not put their egos aside for the team. So Sasha Banks got counted out and thus eliminated. Then Natalya got eliminated via a roll-up. Then Shayna Baszler got eliminated as well, and it came down to one-on-one Shotzi Blackheart and Bianca Belair, and with the KOD on Shotzi, Bianca Belair pinned Shotzi to become the sole survivor. I'm going to be honest, she earned it. She earned that victory, but the funny thing about it is that this isn't the first time that someone's ever done something like that before. Go back to 2013. 2013 Survivor Series where Roman Reigns actually eliminated damn near the whole team to pick up the victory for his team, which consisted of the Shield, him, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose, and the Real Americans, which was Cesaro and Jack Swagger. Which was nuts. Absolutely nuts. But speaking of Roman Reigns, that brings me to the main event. The Universal Champion versus the WWE Champion. The self-proclaimed head of the table, Roman Reigns versus the powerhouse of positivity, Big E. And I'm going to be honest, this was as hard-hitting as it gets. if you guys thought that Roman's match with Drew McIntyre last year's Survivor Series was impressive, this was about as impressive as it comes. And this match lived up to the hype. Big E told Roman that he was going to hurt him. And oh, you can bet your ass, Big E put the heart on Roman Reigns. And this was back and forth as well. Although there was one thing that I do want to note, that Big E did hurt his knee because of the fact that as he was about to hit the splash on Roman Reigns onto the apron, Roman stepped out of the way and Big E hurt his knee. And for most of the match, his knee was perfectly fine up until the moment where Roman Reigns threw Big E into the steps. Thus, Big E's knee ended up getting re-aggravated. Reigns hit Big E with a Superman punch, threw him into the ring, hit him with the spear, and picked up a victory for Team SmackDown. However, Raw defeats SmackDown 5-2. So there were only 2 victories for SmackDown. One for Shinsuke Nakamura and one for Roman Reigns, which is unfortunate for SmackDown, but I had my suspicions. But that's gonna do it for this video. And again, that brings me to the question of the day. What were your guys' thoughts on the card for Survivor Series? Let me know in the comments. And that is gonna do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel, you guys want more pay-per-view result videos in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you guys do not miss out on any new content that comes your way. And be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. All the links will be in the description below. And if you guys have any fan mail that you want to send me and want me to open up on the channel, my address will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.